My name is Bashar, I am Palestinian and I am from nowhere. This is it, I am from nowhere. I was born as a refugee, my father is a refugee, my grandfather is a refugee, my future family, if I stay there, will be refugees. We belong nowhere. This is the way it is with Palestinians.
We are here to demand an end to the deportation of the Palestinian refugees that live in Montreal and Canada. There's more than 100 Palestinian refugees that are facing deportation back to a life of persecution. We are asking people to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian refugees that they're going to deport. All these Palestinian refugees never had a chance in their lives to be treated as equals, as human beings. All their basic rights were always denied to them, always being told that they are lesser human beings that don't deserve to be equal to anybody else. And now they are being expelled again in 2003 from Montreal, Canada.
أنا أحمد حوالي لاجئ من 48 على سوريا وبعدين من 65 على السعودية وبعدين.
Palestinian refugees were created as a result of two wars. The first, the Nakba War, was triggered by the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 181. 56.47% of the land was allocated to create a Jewish state. The 1948 war established the State of Israel on 78% of Palestine. Arab Palestinians were forced to flee their homeland by military force. 800,000 Palestinians became a refugee. 100 remained as a minority in the Jewish state. Most Palestinians fled as refugees to neighboring Arab countries and elsewhere, while about 32,000 became internal refugees when their land, homes and villages were seized and often destroyed by the Israeli forces. In December 1949, the United Nations created with Resolution 302 the UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, to provide humanitarian aid. This was the first organization of its kind to provide international assistance to refugees. In the June Al-Aqsa War of 1967, the West Bank and Gaza Strip, Syria's Golan Heights, and Egypt's Sinai Peninsula were occupied by the Israeli military. About 300,000 Palestinians were forced to flee, more than half of them for the second time, forcing UNRWA to create 10 more refugee camps. In all, there are 59 UNRWA registered refugee camps. Between 1948 and 1951, Palestinians were forced to flee their homeland at gunpoint, while nearly 1 million Jews from Europe, Asia, Africa, and elsewhere were allowed to settle the land.
Citoyenneté, Immigration Canada. Je ne suis pas disponible en ce moment. S'il vous plaît, laissez un message. Citizenship and Immigration Canada. I'm not available at this time. Please leave a message. Merci. Thank you.
My name is Maher Dahoud. I'm a Palestinian refugee from the camps of Nahr al-Bared, which is in North Lebanon.
Nous n'avons pas capté votre message, soit parce que vous ne parliez pas, ou bien à cause d'une mauvaise communication. Pour rompre la communication, appuyez sur le 1. Pour enregistrer votre message, appuyez sur le 2.
I was born in Palestinian refugees camps, and since that time, I haven't found myself a future.
We did not get your message, either because you were not speaking or because of a bad connection. To disconnect, press 1. To record your message, press 2.
Where's our future? Nowhere. We are stateless. They consider us, we don't have lands. When we came over here, the first thing to be to be written on our papers of being citizenship as stateless.
Désolé que vous ayez des difficultés. Sorry you're having trouble. Veuillez essayer de nouveau un peu plus tard. Au revoir. Please try again later. Goodbye.
So where's the stateless person gonna go? Why doesn't he have the right to live as all human beings? We came over here to seek refugee. Yes, we are refugees. This is our destiny. But we hope that Canada will help us. And what's going on right now is not the same as we expected. We expected justice, which we seek all over the world, but we can't have it.
Okay, my name is Omar. I'm from Burj al camp. I came with many friends from the same camp. I don't know, I got accepted. I don't know why I got accepted while many others were refused. That was so weird. We have the same conditions, the same harsh and hard conditions. We were persecuted and living as refugees since we were born.
Moi, je pense que là où on reproche, c'est l'arbitraire. C'est le fait que, de manière assez patente, on voit que des cas exactement similaires sont refusés selon qu'il s'agisse de tel juge ou de tel juge. Les commissaires qui siègent là, c'est des nominations politiques. On nomme pas la commission de statut de réfugié sur la base des compétences et des connaissances des individus sur les dossiers qu'ils sont supposés traiter, mais les gens sont nommés à la commission en raison de leur relation politique, à leur bon service au gouvernement en place. Or, dans des dossiers aussi importants où on a à juger, parce que en fait le commissaire agit comme juge de l'avenir d'un individu, de ce qu'il va vivre comme possibilité d'accueil ou de refus, je trouve que c'est une situation qui est absolument irresponsable et ce n'est pas la première fois qu'on assiste à ce genre d'imbroglio où en raison de l'ignorance des juges, un tel traitement est réservé aux réfugiés.
On voit ici, ça c'est la route qui est bloquée par les soldats israéliens. Maintenant on est dans l'ambulance. On essaie de l'accompagner. On est venu pour aider une femme avec ses 4 enfants qui sont malades, qui ont la thalassémie, à l'aider à se rendre chez elle. She will try?
Yeah. And we will wait here.
مستشفى.
It's the hospital.
Hospital. هاي مطرح ما طلع الامبولانس مركز جنين.
دكتور أبو غاليس.
مش هلا حكينا مش هلا.
But not now.
Yes, now.
I want to take you to the camp.
Okay.
بعد ما نرجع.
Look at this. The ambulance is in the back.
Yes.
To the ambulance.
Yes. Open, please.
Okay.
Please.
Open the door, the window.
Okay.
هون كان في شهداء دفناهم هون.
جرفوهم.
10 شهداء جرفوهم. ترجم لنا.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y avait?
Here.
Il y avait un cimetière ici.
Ils avaient mis comme une dizaine de morts là-dedans.
Ah, il y a une fosse commune ici.
Oui, puis les soldats sont venus les déterrer.
Pourquoi?
جرفوهم فين اخذوهم يعني؟
ابصر جرفوهم قطعوهم مش عارفين وين راحوا فين.
هلا احكي له انه احنا دخلنا على المخيم.
This is the camp.
Now, there is curfew or no curfew?
اكيد هلا لما يجوا الجيش بهربوا. كيرفيو.
Curfew.
Look at this. Here.
شيل العلم هلا فادي عشان خلينا نشوف. شو رايك فادي توقف هون وخليهم يمشوا بشوفوا احسن.
يلا.
يلا
ايوه.
احسن هون بشوفوا احسن لما تمشوا.
ايه. لا يا زلمه ايه.
هاي هي الحاره اللي كانوا
What is he doing?
She found he want to find his passport and his wife gold because he has nothing. هذه بلاش نوحي اللي قدامه كفون وخليهم يشوفوا.
All with bulldozers.
Yeah. هاي حاطة شباب الأخبار.
Where is the tank?
Where is the antenna? Between the antenna.
شو معنى دبابة بالإنجليزي؟
Ah oui, d'accord.
تانك.
Philip.
Yeah.
On voit le tank là-bas.
Shit. يلا يلا بسرعة فيليب.
Let's go, let's go.
Particular case or reason why you're calling us about refugee issues now?
Well, particularly there was a deportation yesterday of Ahmed Abdel Majid.
I don't know anything about this. And so what's that got to do with refugees?
He's a refugee.
No, we don't deport refugees, so he wouldn't be a refugee. This is someone who is this a failed refugee claimant?
Yes.
Okay.
But he's a refugee from a refugee camp in Lebanon.
So he has status in another country as a refugee?
No, he lives in a refugee camp.
I'm not interested in doing a discussion about deporting refugees because we don't. We don't deport refugees. You have to remember that we're dealing with people's lives, and we recognize that.
What happened that we went to Laval. They said for us, the immigration in Laval where he was seized, they said for us, they told us that we're gonna go to Montreal, we're gonna send him to San Anton, 1010 San Anton. And because he has court hearing at 1 o'clock. And all of that was lies from Immigration Canada. All of that, they fool us. All of what they do, they need to send us to Montreal and not to let us see him for the last second, for the last moment. Which justice is that? There is no justice. If the justice come at that poor guy, to take that poor guy, swearing God, my voice, I cannot speak now. How they take good guys? We are Palestinian, stateless, we don't have countries, we don't have passports. We are sitting here, we came from refugee camps in Lebanon. Guns up our head. We don't live. Kids play by guns, kids kill each other. They need to send him back there. Why all people have problems in their countries? Just as Palestinians, at least they have problems, but they have countries, but we have problems that we don't have countries. It's bullshit from Immigration Canada. How they fool us. They don't need us to see him for the last second. How is that? How come that? Where is the justice? This is human rights, not even animal rights. That's it. That's all what I need to say.
Solidarité avec les réfugiés. Go for democracy. Tell your government that we want to live. We want rights here. Only what we need is rights. We don't want to go back and cry. We don't want to go back and die. We don't want to go back and be hopeless. We have hope in our hearts. We have peace. We want to stay here in peaceful life. We don't want anything except peace. We want justice. We want rights. We want to live. Go for your governments and tell them what we need is democracy. What we need is life. They're in Lebanon. They're in Palestine. Wherever we go, we are suffering. We are people who don't want to suffer anymore. We want to live. Live. Live.
ايوه يا احمد يا احمد السله يا احمد